Denosa President Hlongwane says nurses have been the hardest hit by COVID-19. The trade union hosted an event marking International Nurses Day in Pretoria with the Deputy Health Minister, Dr. Phaahla, in attendance. Our reporter Zikona Chona is following the story for us, and she joins us now. Good to be talking to you once again, Zikona. There was a time today when the nurses had to take their pledge. Must have been quite a moment, I think, perhaps reminding them all of the reason why they do what they do.
And that's basically been what this event has been about, nurses just reminding themselves the core of the business of their day. And obviously now they are doing it under difficult, unpredicted circumstances that they could not have planned for. And what came out of today is that what any health system in the world could not have planned for. I think the most significant part, or the part that was most touching, that came out of the President's Denosa's speech was that when your colleague dies, you think, am I going to be next? Also reflecting on the fact that nurses go to work every day, leaving their homes, not knowing whether they'll return home with their health in 100% condition, or if they'll lose their lives on their way to work or at work. So certainly also paying tribute to healthcare workers that have lost their lives in the line of duty, particularly over this pandemic. But I'm joined by some of those health workers who have attended that event, who attended this event a short while ago. So you're going to just introduce yourself quickly for our viewers, and I want you to talk to us about why you are wearing the color black today.
Okay, first and foremost, my name is Bohani Banda. I'm the regional chairperson of Denosa here in Hlongwane. And I would want to express to say that the reason that you are wearing black today is simply because of we are, in as much as we are celebrating IND International Nurses Day, which is a day that we celebrate every year, but this year it was different because of we have lost one of our own, which are nurses and our colleagues. And in wearing black, we symbolize that we are mourning them, and their passing must not be forgotten, and in remembrance of them, that's why you are wearing like this. Thank you very much.
What would you like to say to South Africa during this time? Yes, we are celebrating you, but we're also still in a pandemic.
All you can say to South African it is that as much as we are nurses, our lives matters also, and then we're pleading with them that we need to maintain social distancing and need to observe all the protocols of COVID to ensure that we protect one another, protecting themselves and protecting us as fellow nurses in the different fields of practice.
I'm going to bring in a sister here. I ran quite hard to try and find a female to speak to. Sister, we're still in a pandemic. You have just had an event that was honoring you and the work that you are doing for our country, but also this is something that is affecting the world at large. I think an important conversation that was had by nurses today is that we are now in a global society. You are now in a global society yourselves. What have you taken out of being at the front line of this pandemic?
Well, being at the front line, at the front line of this pandemic has shown us that we need to be stand on our feet, and then we need, as hospitals, we need to be ready for the pandemics like this, and then we need to also educate ourselves more, you see, because this was not part of our, when we were doing the study, it's something that it was never expected. Okay.
And what would you like to say to us as South Africans? How can we help you serve us better?
Okay, I know that the restrictions have been relaxed a bit, but then can we just adhere to the COVID-19 precautions so that we avoid causing congestions at our hospitals?
Christoph, thank you. And to you, my brother, lastly, you're also wearing black today in honor of those who have lost their lives. But what do you want to say to the country today? Yes, we are celebrating, but it's not fully a celebration because there are lives that have been lost in the lifeline here.
Okay, I want to say to South Africans that life cannot go back to normal, and we must just accept that fact and live with it. I want to say to South Africans, they must take care of themselves. because by taking care of themselves, they're also taking care of ourselves. We have kids, we have families that need us. So by them being reckless, it impacts on us negatively. So we want to say to South Africans that please continue to adhere to all these regulations and be cautious at all times. COVID is still here, and now we have found out there are new strains that are coming to our picture. So we are saying to South Africans, please take this thing serious. This thing kills. We have seen a lot of our colleagues falling before our own eyes. So that's what I'm going to say to the South Africans today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Just all the healthcare workers just echoing that South Africans should continue to adhere to the COVID-19 regulations. They're saying it's important not only for you as a citizen of South Africa, but for them as well, to make sure that our hospitals are able to deal with the numbers. We know that there is a third wave that is expected. So they're saying with that coming, please continue to social distance, wear your mask, and stay at home if you can.